How we live determines how we die, and how we die reveals how we've lived. Have you ever wondered why death frightens us so deeply? Is it the end or just a doorway? In the ancient practice of Vipassana meditation, there's a powerful teaching. If we can learn to observe life without clinging or aversion, we can face death with peace, clarity, and even joy. Welcome to Truthfully Free, where we explore timeless spiritual teachings to free the mind and awaken the heart. In today's summary, we dive into The Art of Dying by Satyanarayana Goenka, a renowned teacher of Vipassana meditation. This profound book is not about death in a morbid sense. It's about understanding the impermanence of life, mastering the art of letting go, and preparing the mind to face death with equanimity. Drawing from the Buddhist teachings and his own decades of meditation experience, Goenka shares a path not just to die well, but to live fully and mindfully. Let's begin. In The Art of Dying, S.N. Goenka, one of the most influential modern teachers of Vipassana meditation, offers timeless insights into the nature of life, death, and liberation. His teachings are deeply rooted in the original instructions of the Buddha, especially the emphasis on anicca, the principle of impermanence. Far from being a book solely about the act of dying, this work is a profound manual on how to live a life that prepares us for a peaceful, conscious death. Now that we've set the stage with an introduction to Goenka's perspective on death as a mirror of life, let's dive into the core teachings of The Art of Dying. Timeless wisdom that doesn't just speak about how to die peacefully, but how to live each moment with clarity, calm, and compassion. What exactly does Goenka teach about impermanence, equanimity, and the inner path to freedom? Let us explore the key ideas that make this book a guide for both the dying and the living. 1. Death is a mirror of life. One of Goenka's central messages is that the way we die reflects how we have lived. If our lives have been spent in ignorance, craving, aversion, and fear, our final moments will likely be filled with anxiety and confusion. But if we've cultivated awareness, equanimity, and compassion, we can face death with dignity and serenity. Death, therefore, becomes the ultimate test of our inner development, not a punishment, but a mirror. 2. The law of impermanence, anicca. At the heart of Goenka's teaching is the Buddha's insight into anicca, that everything in life is temporary. This applies not only to material things, but also to our emotions, thoughts, and even physical sensations. By observing the constant arising and passing away of all phenomena within the body and mind, we begin to understand that clinging to anything is futile, and letting go is freedom. 3. Vipassana, the path of inner observation. Goenka emphasizes Vipassana meditation as a practical tool for transformation. Rather than intellectual philosophy or religious dogma, it is an experiential path. Practitioners are taught to observe their bodily sensations with equanimity, developing insight into the nature of suffering and its cessation. This practice sharpens mindfulness, purifies the mind, and helps one face both life and death without fear. 4. Equanimity in the face of death. A person trained in Vipassana learns to stay balanced no matter what arises, pain, pleasure, fear, or joy. This quality, known as upekkha, equanimity, becomes crucial at the time of death. If we are reactive, fearful, or full of attachment, we may experience a disturbed and confused death. But with equanimity, we can remain centered, accepting death as a natural part of the cycle of existence. 5. Death as a moment of great opportunity, rather than viewing death as something to be avoided or feared. Goenka encourages us to see it as a precious opportunity. It is the moment when all illusions are stripped away. For the one who has cultivated mindfulness, death can be a doorway to liberation from the cycle of rebirth, samsara. But to seize that opportunity, we must prepare long before death arrives by practicing right now. 6. No one can die for you. Goenka reminds us that death is a personal journey. No amount of rituals, prayers, or philosophical beliefs can replace direct mental training. Just as no one can eat or breathe for you, no one can die for you. The inner strength needed to face death must be built slowly, day by day, through self-awareness, ethical living, and regular meditation. 7. Serving others is serving yourself. Finally, the book stresses the value of selfless service. Dana. As we reduce our ego and expand our compassion, our lives gain deeper meaning. Helping others along the path strengthens our own. In this sense, the art of dying is inseparable from the art of living well with love, awareness, and humility. So how do we take these profound teachings and bring them into our daily lives, not just to prepare for death, but to live more peacefully and purposefully right now? Here are 5 practical ways to apply the art of dying in your everyday life. 1. Establish a daily meditation practice. Start observing the impermanence within yourself right now. The most direct application of Goenka's teaching is the daily practice of Vipassana meditation. You don't need to wait for a 10-day retreat to begin. Start with just 10 to 15 minutes a day, sitting quietly, observing the breath and bodily sensations without reacting to them. Over time, this trains the mind to stay calm and aware, skills that are crucial in both life's challenges and at the time of death. 2. Reflect on impermanence regularly. This too shall pass. Make it a habit to gently remind yourself that everything, pleasure, pain, success, failure, is temporary. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or emotionless. It means responding to life with more clarity and balance, knowing that no state, no experience, no possession will last forever. You can do this by journaling, mindful breathing, or silently repeating the phrase, anicca, impermanence, during stressful moments. 3. Live ethically and mindfully. A peaceful death begins with a peaceful life. Goenka emphasizes the importance of sila, ethical conduct, as the foundation of inner peace. This includes avoiding harm to others, physically, verbally, emotionally, being honest, living with compassion and humility. By purifying our actions and intentions, we reduce mental agitation and prepare the mind to face death without guilt or regret. 4. Develop equanimity in daily ups and downs. Be like the ocean, deep, still, and unmoved by waves. Life constantly throws highs and lows at us. When something pleasant happens, enjoy it, but don't cling. When something unpleasant arises, face it without resistance. This mindset of non-reactivity builds resilience. Start small. When caught in traffic, dealing with criticism, or managing stress, observe your sensations. Stay still. Practice not reacting impulsively. 5. Serve others selflessly. By helping others walk the path, you walk it yourself. One of the deepest forms of spiritual growth is selfless service. Whether it's through volunteering, teaching, or simply being kind. Every act of generosity reduces ego, builds compassion, and brings joy. Helping others also makes you more aware of your shared humanity and less afraid of death. Living well is dying well. Through consistent practice, mindfulness, compassion, and non-attachment, we can prepare the mind not just for the moment of death, but for every moment in life. As Goenka says, liberation is not something to be attained at the time of death. It is to be prepared for and realized in life. In the end, the art of dying reminds us that death isn't something to be feared. It's something to be understood. As Goenka beautifully says, if you learn how to die, you learn how to live. Each breath is a chance to observe, to release, and to wake up. If we live with awareness, compassion, and equanimity, we won't just prepare for a peaceful death, we'll create a meaningful life. Have you ever reflected on the idea of death as a teacher? What practices help you stay present and let go of fear? Share your thoughts, reflections, or experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If this summary helped you reflect more deeply on life and death, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss future teachings from Truthfully Free. And if you'd like a guided meditation or deeper dive into Vipassana, let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay present, stay peaceful, stay truthfully free.